It's the holiday season, often a time of celebration with family and friends. But health experts say for many it can bring stress, loneliness, and an increased risk of substance abuse. News 19's Cassidy Beyer tells us more.
I was in addiction for 30 years. And no, there's always hope.
Decade after decade, Orangeburg resident Paige Jeffcoat grew resentful around the holidays, overwhelmed with the feeling of complete emotional isolation.
I was the Grinch. I didn't want to celebrate Christmas because I saw how happy everybody else was. And I didn't want anybody else to be happy either, so I would try to destroy Christmas just so I wouldn't suffer by myself.
After multiple suicide attempts to release herself from the pain she felt from alcoholism, depression, and addiction, Jeffcoat learned at the age of 48 her behaviors were not one of a kind.
In general, just think of yourself around the holidays, regardless of whether you have a substance use disorder or not. The holidays are stressful. We're all under stress.
Dan Lafredo works for the State Department of Alcohol and Other Drug Abuse. He says approximately 451,000 individuals in South Carolina alone are impacted by substance-related problems that require immediate intervention and treatment.
There's a lot of different triggers just for people in general during the holiday season. And then if you throw on top of that someone that might be struggling with substance use disorder or mental health, those triggers tend to be magnified.
Within recent years, accessibility around recovery and mental health services provided by DAODAS and other organizations have continued to grow, with the largest growth around recovery services seen in community organizations.
And that was my biggest problem. I didn't know how to cope with life or life's experiences, and that's what I was taught in Recovery Center and AA, and those were my tools.
Jeffcoat's journey to recovery through healthy coping tools not only helped her spiritually regain her connection with God and come to terms with her past, it gave her the courage to write a memoir and hope to help others, like Megan Brandenburg, feel less alone.
It was so eye-opening for myself because even though I did an inventory and I went through all of my past, there are other deep little things that happened throughout those 15 years, and you're like, wow, how did she go through the same thing as me? And now she's able to help the same way. It's like God gives you that purpose after you go through it to help someone else going through it.
Now isolation, substance use, and the overwhelmed feelings of depression no longer dim their holiday joy, rather amplify feelings of purpose, knowing it's never too late to start your journey in recovery, knowing there's always hope and resources available.
That was my support system, was AA, because people were just like me. I joined different groups because I needed community.
Cassidy Beyer, News 19, WLTX.
And if you or someone you know is suffering from a mental health crisis, there is help available. Simply call 988.